The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Hello, what's going on, everybody out there in the world of the internet? Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. Of course, it's your man, Ruben, once again leading you through the craziness and the opinions of the crew here today. And of course, right now we got AG in the house. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
You know, life is beautiful. I cannot complain. And Mo B will be with us shortly. He's finishing up some, so he's on his way back. He'll jump in and get in where he fit in. So, man, how you doing, man?
My freaking feet hurt, bro.
Why?
Because walking on concrete it just hurts, man. My feet hurt. Because it's like once I get warmed up, it's all right. But then when you sit down, it's like, and then you get back up, man, I'm like, good gravy. Dogs barking, bro.
Oh man, well, that's not good. And Dre from VA has returned. You know, you're right. Nobody does care except for Moco Cowboy. So we appreciate that. He got Kabiako kind of cares. Well, man, so are you talking about walking on concrete at work or?
Yeah. That's the downside of manufacturing because usually it's not there's not a soft spot in the place. You're walking concrete all day long.
Okay.
So
Well, you know what you need to do there, right?
What do I need to do?
You need to go ahead and get them old daddy shoes in New Balance, brother.
Yeah, I've tried those. And if you walk enough, your feet are still going to hurt.
Well, being a type 2 diabetic, one of the specialties is the thing about it is your feet go first. So you got to get them comfortable shoes. And there are only certain shoes that are comfortable. I will hit you up. I'll hit you up with the info because you want to be feeling like you walking on the clouds because I'm with you. I just can't be wearing any old type of shoes no more. I gotta wear the good stuff. Yes,
Well,
are they
actually, we
pricey?
should all wear the good stuff, even when we're young. It's just sometimes you just to do so much walking. It's like, come on, man, really?
Yeah, man, but the good stuff, you know, it depends who's paying for it. We gonna put it out there like that because you know what it is. Like I remember back in the 8th grade, bruh, I would go through tennis shoes, you know, once every couple months, man. And mom would look at me like, "What you doing?"
You need a
I mean,
job.
and I'm not saying going through like, oh, they a little weird out. No, I'm saying like holes, brother. Like the miles on those shoes were miling. I ain't doing nothing special. I be walking. So it's just what it was, man. So yeah, there because like for everybody with the diabetic stuff. So like there's a certain type of shoe. It's called it's listed as um A5500, and those are specific shoes for um people who have diabetes because they also can kind of come with your Medicare. So like when you get older, you get Medicare and you get diabetes or something like that. There's certain shoes that fit in that. So you get like either that discount or you might even get them joints for free. So yeah, it's kind of dope. I don't get them for free because I don't got Medicare because I ain't old enough. However, I will say this: for the last like 2 or 3 months, man, AARP trying to holler at me.
It's that time, brother. Better
I
pay
mean,
a little $12.
I know I'll be 50 like in July next year, but damn, I mean,
They started hitting me up when I was 40.
yo, I mean, what they doing, yo?
Because they know it's time. It's time. They'll be coming to get you. We just wait. They back in the cut. They already know. There's too many discounts out there. You started to leave a lot of money on the table. I started noticing that.
Yeah. I mean, because there are certain things I look at now. I'm just like, dang. Like, even like, I be talking to people, get with that credit and stuff, man. Bro, I ain't never getting another credit card that don't got cash back. And that doesn't exist in my world, bro. It could be 1%. I want my 1%, bro. I didn't use this joint.
Man, you should check out Amex has got a good cashback card, bro. You can get like $600 a year, and they'll give it to you cash, or you can use the points, or you can get a statement credit. That's a real talk.
Yeah. I mean, Capital One be getting those joints too, man. All I'm saying, I ain't trying to shout nobody out because they ain't paying me, but it gets to a point where you get a little credit card. Your money got to work for you. So one time, we're gonna have to find a financial advisor come up on the show so they can hit us up on all the smart stuff to do and all the stuff not to do. Because
what, are they gonna tell us all the stuff we ain't?
Yeah. I mean, hey,
you need to be doing this, and if you're not, give us a side eye.
You fucking up. I mean, it's just let's be real about it, man. Because if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, you wasted a whole lot of time, money, and everything else. Because like one of my coworkers hit me up to the fact that my company gives me free money every month. If I put in this much, they give me this much.
Yeah. I mean, you should max out your 401k because your company generally, especially companies as big as yours, they'll double it or they'll match it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like they match X number of %. Well, I guess I know how much I'm putting in. Minimum. I'm putting that. Because that means
and then it hides money. You're kind of hiding money from the government, so your tax return should be a little higher.
But they're changing that, man.
They are, but for right now,
yeah, it's like next year. Like any 401k, yeah, 401k now can't be pre-tax.
Really?
I know.
Ouch.
I know.
Did you know that 401k pre-tax is going away?
Yeah, I know that.
Wow, I had no idea that you could.
Bro. Next year is what it is.
Do you know how broke people are going to be?
Man, I'm already broke, and they ain't taking it from me now.
Man, because 15% pre-tax is not 15% post-tax. I promise you that.
Nah.
You try to do 15%, you're going to have to sell some stuff.
I mean,
you're going to have to prioritize because I'm telling you, man, 15% post-tax is a lot.
Yeah, yeah, man. For those of you out there, man, you need to be watching your money, dog, because next year you might need to adjust how much you put in your 401k because you got to pay taxes on that joint.
Wow.
But
Moco Cowboy, does my mic sound okay now? Do I sound all right? Does that sound all right?
You sound like me when I got the wrong mic on.
Okay. Back to the drawing board.
It sounds like your computer mic and not your stereo mic.
Really?
Yeah. Because you got a little echo in the background and all that beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
but we can hear you though, which is beautiful because that's the purpose. But no, 5 Minute Warning LLC does not offer 401k. Because it would be 401k. We will match 6% of zero, and then you will match 6% of your zero, and we all be zeroing it together. So no. But with that being the case, if you do have 401k, you need it. You should have already gone through the whole, because you gotta, normally around October, November, it's time to re-up on your medical. Because companies change medical all the time, and it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. It changes what it gives you. It changes what it takes from you. All that stuff. So you should have already gone through that. And yes, that's when they spoke about, yeah, that 401k you starting to put in now. The government said we trying to get that cut, and I'm just like, I don't like y'all no more. Which, but I think what that means though is when you pull it out, you're not getting taxed on it. So like,
no, they're gonna find a way to tax it. That's a big revenue stream they're going away if they do that.
But that's the whole thing, right? Because if they don't tax it, which is crazy, right? Because if they do tax it, they tax it at 25%, I assume, because you can't tax it at 40. It's not a gift, you know.
Well, I mean, it's taxed pretty good, but what I'm saying is they're not going to give that up.
Well,
they're gonna have. I promise you, they're gonna find a way to have their cake and eat it too.
But I think what's going to happen is you're going to start to see two lines on your 401k. It's going to be 401k that is pre-tax and 401k is post-tax. So what will happen is the government's not going to be able to pull that charge you for that post-tax money. But that 401k pre-tax money, you best believe they know how much that is. You know,
well,
so
we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, but that's Business Insider by 5 minute warning. You call us when you need that Business Insider. That's what it is for today. 401k. If you ain't doing it, what's wrong with you? You must be saving money somewhere else. I mean, I know some people who be extreme couponing.
I don't think it's gonna help you,
bro. Look, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I thought that stuff was a little crazy too. However,
I mean, couponing is real. Don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is
that's a full-time job in itself.
It really is. But what I'm saying is you're gonna take pre-tax 401k away from people. What are they thinking?
The government, man. We got to pay for these roads out here that they ain't fixing.
All right.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
That still sound funny?
Yeah. You don't sound crisp like you usually do. I don't know what's going on. But I can hear you fine. You might hate yourself tomorrow.
Well, no. I won't hear any of this because I'm recording this myself. What I'm saying is
I'm talking about when you go back and do it. You're going to be
that's what I'm saying. I won't hear
sound like ass.
Because, I mean, I'm recording me directly.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I sound funny, though. Have I ever sounded this way before?
No. That's why it's weird.
Okay.
Health and dental plan needs to be comprehensive for us since Biden's college loan forgiveness is being blocked over and over again. Matt, first of all, look, let me help you out. Dre from VA. I'm gonna hit you up with some information. Look, man, the insurance stuff, the health and dental plan, yo, that's all about the people you work for. That ain't got nothing to do with the government unless you got the Affordable Care Act. And if you got that, then it is what it is. What's going on, Moby?
Moby.
He on mute. So it's all 1 minute. That's right. Somebody's calling him. That means he brokering that big deal right now. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, we can do that shit. Uh-huh. Yeah. Nah, man, we can't bring that through the border. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, man, we can go ahead and manufacture this 401k shit right here.
Why are you just killing them right now?
Oh, because it's all I gotta go and see.
Now? How do I sound?
You sound awesome. You sound the way you're supposed to sound.
Okay, I fix it. Okay, that's good. Moby,
what's going on?
What's going on, Moby? How you living, brother? Brokering that big deal?
Yeah, man. With my wife, she was like, I don't see your ass on the podcast. What you doing?
Wow.
And I was like, yo, babe, I'm trying to sign in now. Like, what's going on? Like, give me a minute, man. Shit be happening. I'm still freezing my nuts off, man.
I don't see your ass on the podcast. What are you doing?
Hey, man. I mean,
no, I called her earlier and she just called back and she was like, oh, I forgot. She's like, I ain't even logged on to the podcast yet. I'm like, all right. But I know what that really meant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's called KBICO 25. Who was that in the background with Moby?
Hey, don't do that. Have me walking around the room scanning everything just for visual proof. Don't do that.
And why you looking over to the side? Why you looking over to the side?
The bed is unmade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Just checked in.
Mo B is on, clearly not at his normal establishment. He is out and about in the world on location for 5-minute warning in his side job. So Mo B, we were just talking about how next year they're gonna tax us on our 401k before it goes into our 401k. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, them niggas gonna get their money.
See, there you go.
I'm just saying, like, look, like I ain't never surprised when the government talks about a new tax. It's like, yeah, y'all gonna get y'all.
I mean, but it's.
I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, I just know it's gonna be there.
It's gonna be so expensive, man. I mean, 15% of your tax or 15% of your check post tax.
Yeah, man. You know what that means?
Goodness.
You know you blame for this? You blame the millennials for this, man. Because the old people are just like, man, we gotta get these millennials money now because if we don't, they're gonna try to not give it. Oh, hell no. So the rest of us gotta pay for this shit.
But this isn't, I mean, I just okay.
Because everybody offer, yo, man, you work at Starbucks, you got 401k, bro. Even, I mean, Walmart, Starbucks, hell, at McDonald's, you probably got 401k. Man, they're trying to get that money for them cats now. Because
if that's what you want to do.
I mean, look, 20 years.
It's going to change the game for real. I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
We're going to have Social Security in 20 years. You know, I'm trying to get old enough so I can get my cut before it goes away. You know,
man, I ain't even planning to have that money. If that money happened, that money happened.
I mean,
by the time I get old enough to collect on that, it's gonna be old enough. It's gonna be good enough to like give me a McDonald's meal once a month. That's about it. and even then, I might have to pay the difference on the biggie size.
Wow.
You know, they might be able to give me that Whopper meal, but I'm probably gonna have to kick over the 40 cents for the cheese.
Man, I don't pay that 40 cents for cheese, bro. You keep that damn cheese,
we know.
man.
You don't eat cheese.
Nah, man, because let's be real. If I'm going home, you know what I'm going to do? I got a microwave and I got cheese at home. I put my own cheese on and put it in the microwave, son. Hey, I say that 40
like
cents.
cheese. You told us on this show you don't like cheese.
I like cheddar cheese, but I don't eat cheddar cheese like that. Shit clog me up. I'm just putting it out there, man. I mean,
all the stuff you eat and that clogs you up.
Man, you ain't know cheese will clog you up, bro.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic, bro. Just saying.
But getting clogged up is not something cool we should be talking about on air. That's very painful, actually.
All the bathroom stuff we talked about on the show. You for real right now?
When you gotta go get pills, when you gotta go get the softener to soften up your shit so it comes out. There you go. That's when you know you old as hell, and you need to be making sure you taking your mandatory 3 shits a day.
Nah, that means you ain't got enough fiber in your diet, son. That's what that means.
Not wrong there,
because you know what I never need help with? Taking the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm regular than a motherfucker. Like,
this has no context, but this is the intro.
Hey man.
Make my job so easy.
We do what we can. We do what we can. Man, tell your hoes, man.
Whoa, bro.
Wow.
Hey, this is my mama calling, so you better check yourself.
Hey, mama.
Too late now.
I mean, why's she calling? She know you on the show. But
this is mom. She can call anytime she get ready. As long as Shirley call, you better answer the phone. Just saying.
It depends.
Okay.
However, I will say this though. When I see mom's cell show up at like 2:15 during the day, knowing full well she know I'm at work. So I feel like every time I see that phone call,
he died.
Yep, my bad. What's going on?
No.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I talk to my parents on a regular basis. I know people who talk to their parents every day. Not your boy. But I talk to them on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna lie, maybe a week or so I go through, whatever. And I see mom cell or dad cell or home. And it's like, because they know they can get me at nighttime with no problem. Normally in the day, it's like, what's going down? So when I see it at like some random, for instance, like a 2:18 p.m., and I see mom cell.
Somebody died.
Excuse me for a second. I gotta step outside.
Mama, who died?
Hello, what's going on? The printer ain't working.
Really?
Do we need to print? Do we need to do this right now? Why you do this to me? You gonna give your son a heart attack? Like, stop that. But nah, it's good. It's good to hear from him. But yeah, the time of day is important, man, because they know I'm pretty much off work at a certain time, or they catch me early in the morning. That sort of thing. That's normal calls. But then, like I said, your 218 or your 327 during the middle of the day, knowing full well I'm at the work trying to work. Nah, man, that's not one of those calls you should be receiving from any parental unit. And then I get, hey, the printer ain't working. I mean, we can't video duo this later. I mean,
yeah, man, they're your parents. They can call you at 1 o'clock in the morning with a printer problem.
I understand. KB Yakko, man. I'm telling you, that's what it is, man. Hey,
definitely
the middle of the work
before picking up the phone from the from the rents in the middle of the weekday.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's not the fact that I love when they call and I call them, but in the middle of a random middle of the day, not even like lunchtime, like 12 o'clock to 1:30. All right, that's cool. That's like your area. But like, nah, man, some random 2-3 o'clock or like 10:52.
Well, see, I had to get used to that from my dad because I don't really call my dad at all.
Yeah.
So I don't really talk to him much.
Well, he lives like 3 time zones away.
It doesn't matter. Even when he was here, I didn't talk to him that much.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it's like when he calls, it's like instantly I think that somebody dead. Because see, again, last time he called me out of pocket, my mama died.
Oh.
And I'm like, who this fool? Somebody died. Well, let me call him back. Let me call him back. I know somebody dead. But a lot of times he just calls to say, what's up? I ain't heard from you, whatever it is. But anytime he calls out of pocket, man, I'm like, I'm with y'all. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I love my mom, man. And she'll tell you, man, we've had these conversations. Hey, mom, look, I need you to call me at a lot of times that when I'm usually gonna be at home. The random times in the middle of the day usually mean emergency. And my heart goes from 78 beats a minute to like 120.
Yeah, I'm with Moco Cowboy on this. At least give a heads up text.
Yeah, text. Bro, you asking too much.
I surely can't give you a text. Ain't nothing wrong, but I want to talk to you.
Bro.
Wow.
Look, first of all, for me to expect that from my parental units is unfair. Like,
how is that unfair?
Because, man, my parents are over 70. Like, they
my dad's over 72. He'll text me.
Yo, but they pick up phones, man. I know my people, man. My parents pick up the phone. They don't be texting nobody. Like, I text them when I get home. But I know when I get home, because I left their house, they probably sleep. And they probably won't get it till the next morning. I don't call them because I don't want to wake them up. And they'll check the text. But, like, I would probably freak out more if mom sent me a random text. Because she don't do that. But, hey, to each his own, man. I'm just saying, over here, the phone calls at 3:27 in the PM or the text messages ever. Yeah, some going down. That's what it is. How mama doing, Moby?
Yeah, she's fine.
Cool. She called to see how everything went.
No.
Oh, okay. Anything important?
No, it never.
Oh, you say never.
Wow, never.
I'm just saying, like, usually is it?
He said never.
No, man, like, because my mom doesn't give me any credit, and she gives me too much credit all at the same time.
Okay, please.
So she doesn't give me any credit for like having a job or having things to do. But when something's wrong, like, she'll call me like I'm a magician. Because she's like, she calls me, she says, "What's wrong with my TV?"
You mean TV in her house, right?
Yeah, that I'm 5 hours away from. I don't know. And she's like, "Why won't it come on?" I don't know. She's like, does this mean my TV's broke? I don't know. Like I don't know. Like, I mean, I wish. I wish I was good enough to just be like, hold on.
Alakazam.
You know what I'm saying? Let me figure it out. let me check the frequencies from 5 hours away. Let me do some computer hacking and get into your TV to figure out what's wrong with it.
Oh man, your mom got an iPhone, movie?
No.
Yo, I'm
She got a
telling you,
jitterbug?
she got a
No,
jitterbug.
no.
Okay.
No, see, and I didn't want her to like try to video me because that would have been even more frustrating. Because like, what are you gonna video me? Video me you pushing the button to try to make the TV come on and not coming on? Like I'm still not gonna be any closer to a solution. And then she's like, "Well, should I take it to a shop to see what's wrong with it?" And I'm like, "You can, but chances are, if something's wrong with it, it's gonna be more to fix it than it would be just to get a new one." And I'm like, "Can you just let me, get there and see what it is?" And then she goes on the whole, "Well, nothing's going right for me," and I'm like, "Your TV's not coming on." Like, you got two others. Like, I get it. Like,
Hey man, real talk. Probably one of the greatest things ever is I kind of, because sometimes she calls me because the printer don't work, and so I could talk her through it, but I learned that just didn't work.
bro, it's so
I
hard
love
when
yeah.
my mom be calling me when the internet's not working to reset the internet, man. Bro, like there is nothing more frustrating in life than trying to walk my mom through any electronic technical issue. Like I would rather put a metal coat hanger in the tip of my penis and try to fish out gonorrhea.
That's saying a lot, man. I mean, that's kind of extra. A metal coat hanger,
especially the gonorrhea thing. I mean,
oh,
I really came in. That's a bit much.
I'm just saying, man, because there's nothing more frustrating, because it's not that my mom doesn't have the capacity to do it. She just doesn't have the patience to try. So like, I'm like, hey, you got to go to this screen. Well, I don't know how to do this. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm trying to walk you through it right now. I don't even need you to know how to do it. I need you to listen to what I'm saying and do what I'm asking you to do. Like, it's so crazy how the parental roles switch when any electronic is involved, because all of a sudden I'm like, hey, look, young lady, I need you to just listen to me and do what I say. You do what I say because I said it. All right.
And you realize if you were a real Geek Squad, she would not treat you that way.
No, exactly. She'll go to a complete stranger. Like, she'll ask Ruben to come over and be patient as fuck with Ruben. Ruben, when my mom asks you to come over, she patient as fuck with you. With me, the first time any adversity hits, she is ready to quit life. She's like, I don't know how to do this. All this stuff is stupid. But I'm just like, yo, like, can we just like, pause for 5 minutes before we get ready to throw away everything electronic? Like, just give me a second.
She ready to, hey, Ruben, she ready to quit life.
All I know is you got some challenges for the opening of the podcast.
Oh man,
you got some challenges.
As of now, we're still doing it, taking a shit. But I'm just saying.
So I'm telling you, Moby, this is what it is, bro. This is what it is. The one day that mom called me about the printer, and I'm talking to her. It's not working. I love her. It's not working. Hey, mom, I'm going to call you right back. And when it shows up, I need you to hit the green button. I use Google Duo, man. Changed our life. Because now I can see what she's seeing. And I can say a time where I can be like, I need you to move to your left. Nope, your other left.
Yeah. Your other left.
But man, I'm telling you,
don't disrespect your mama like that.
Hey, nah, man. But you know, I'm telling you, man, you got to try it out, man. Because literally, she controls nothing on the screen. You control it all, and all you got to do is hit the button, and then hit the other button on the left side that says switch the camera, and then you can. But you got to make sure, because sometimes, which I thought was hilarious, Mom turned the camera around, and I was like, "No, Mom, I need you to turn it back around," because that's not the purpose. So try it, man. I think that could help you.
He doesn't look like it will. His face does not look like he's going to succeed either way.
You gotta try that. You gotta try.
Bruh, if you think I haven't tried that, I'm just like, you know, man, if you think I haven't tried that, like, I don't even like, even if I was at my mom's house, it's frustrating trying to fix it. Like, I would literally have to try to get her to just leave the room. Like, just leave the room. Let me try to figure it out. Because like, she'll go from like, what's wrong to everything in the house is broke in like 2 seconds, man. Like, I just
you look like you about to give up on life.
Hey, man, but you know, all
bro,
that
like
means
look, my mom has like, you know, same as Ruben, you know, everybody has speech patterns, like things that we know they just consistently say. Like Ruben says thought process, like anytime he thinks about anything, it's his thought process.
His thought process.
As if he needs to specify that it's his thought process, even though he's the one speaking. We know it's no one else's thought process because you're the one speaking.
I'm claiming ownership.
But see, I already know the tone of the phone call by my mom's first sentence. My mom won't say hello. My mom won't say, "How are you doing?" My mom will say, "I hate to bother you." And if my mom leads with "I hate to bother you," I'm just like, if you could rewind the video on this, that was the first thing my mom said, and I just put my head down. I was just like,
you were stroking your temples?
Because literally, when she says "I hate to bother you," first of all, I know she doesn't hate to bother me. And second of all, I already know whatever's going to follow that is going to frustrate me further. Like, it's never "I hate to bother you. Here's some cool shit," or "I hate to bother you. Let me tell you about this awesome day I had." No, it's "I hate to bother you. Come fix my problems, Ayana." Like,
Oh my God. I'm gonna be crying. Sorry, I don't mean laugh at your mama like that. This is hilarious.
You know, because I was looking at you, man, and you were just like,
because at first I thought he was gonna. I thought he was upset. I thought you because
it's never upset.
And I was like,
no,
it's
never upset because I'm not upset with my mom. I just know she doesn't have the patience. Like, when something goes wrong, my mom is like 0 to 60. There is no such thing as a little problem with my mom. Everything is
problem's a big problem.
Yeah, everything is either great or it's the world is burning. And Ruben, am I lying about that? There is no in between with my mom. It's like either things are great or the world is burning.
So she never calls you and said, "Hey, I got a little problem. Just call me back."
There's no fucking such thing as a little problem. Hey, G. It might be a little problem to me, but to her, it is a catastrophe in the making.
Oh, Country Boy 1644 just says it's gonna get worse, bro. Sorry,
bro. I know. I already know. I know it's getting worse. And you know what? It's not like some people would say, "Oh, that's part of aging." No, the problem is technology. I'm blaming technology because every time we make any type of advancement to technology, my mom gets more resistant to the fact that she might have to learn something new.
I remember
I don't know, man. I think I agree with the whole patience thing because our parents aren't stupid people. But if it's something that can't be done like intuitively, like right now, like yesterday, they on the phone.
See, here's the thing, AG. I can prove that it's just technology because if something goes wrong with like a recipe, or if something goes wrong with like something that does not involve technology, my mom has infinite patience.
Okay.
She'll figure it out. She'll go through the steps. She'll troubleshoot it. She'll go through the scientific method. She'll have a thesis, a hypothesis.
Scientific.
But if you add anything with current, with
so
current,
you can plug it in or a battery.
If you add anything with current, fuck that shit. Everything's crashing and burning.
I mean, but here's the thing, right? We should have known this shit growing up because who set up the VCR to record everything? That would be us. They ain't do
that's
it.
true.
Now,
But-
I don't know how they did it after I left because somehow they got that shit done. Well, I guess they had my little brother. So after he left, they still got to somehow figure that.
But see, I think that's technology that happened when they were younger, because you got to figure most people leave the house and their parents are still like between 40 and say 60. I think once you start at 65, 70, 75, I mean, come on, man. Do you, like Moby said, do you really want to be learning new tricks when you're 75?
Man, I ain't trying to learn new tricks now.
Well, that's
And
my whole point.
I disagree, AG. Like, I kind of want to keep learning new shit.
But how old are you?
Like, see, here's
You
the
just
thing.
turned 40, man.
No, but here's the thing. I look at my mom and my grandma, and they're two different people. My grandma's not resistant to learning new shit. She just understands that she's starting from, way farther back. So when it talks about the computer and internet, she doesn't talk about it like it's some evil thing. She talks about it like it's something that she knows that she's behind the curve on. But
Okay.
she's not resistant to it.
She's
Like
self-aware.
she's willing to learn it, and she's willing to know that, hey, I don't know how to do it. If you could explain this to me, or if you can show this to me, I would appreciate that. But then my mom, it's like, you can try to show it to her, but as soon as it involves her to think about something new, it's stupid. Like,
She says it's stupid.
it's stupid. Yeah, she turns into Ruben about any problem. Like, it's stupid.
Wow.
I mean, look, we know Ruben has described a lot. When Ruben does not understand something, it's stupid.
I mean, he's not wrong.
What are you saying, Ruben? You're a 70-year-old man?
I mean, I'm very self-aware about certain things. That's why I'm very self-aware. It's not many things that I think is like that, but
Has
There-
this accidentally turned into the parent show?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know, man. I
it's
don't even know what
37
we're supposed to be
minutes
talking
in,
to. I'm sorry that my 2 phone calls hijacked I was trying to put it on mute. Ruben tried to make a big deal out of it, but I'm sorry.
it was
I'm
funny
not,
though.
because this is gold,
And yes,
and it's
Kaviaka,
true. It's all true, man.
and yes,
I'm just
Kaviaka, I am catching shrapnel. I ain't do none of this shit. I have one goddamn question, and I'm
saying.
catching the
Collateral damage.
blowback. Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, you the one that was making a mockery of me taking a phone call and putting it on mute like a respectable adult that I am. Like, I just simply put it on mute.
well, normally you put up the little sign saying that you'll be back in a second, and you
Hey,
did.
look, man, I ain't had time to do that, man. I'm on the road right now, man. I ain't got my setup like it normally is. I'm
And
sorry.
plus, when you were on the call, I looked at your face, and your face looked like I hate all of life right
Like
now.
I said, I already told you. I picked up the phone and she said, "I hate to bother you," and I was just like, "Shit!" I didn't even get a hello. I already know what time it is, man.
So she literally, that's the first word.
First word. There's nothing else that'll come out. I'll say, I was like, "Hey, mom, I hate to bother you," and it's all downhill from there, man.
Yeah, because
All downhill.
your face looked like shit. Somebody just shat on
And
something that
I don't
belonged
want
to you.
anybody to mistake this as like I think my mom's inconveniencing me. It's just I know when she makes that sentence, there's
about
going
to
to be
happen?
nothing. There's going to be nothing good that follows in this conversation.
Like,
At least for me. At least for me or that time.
And I'm gonna catch shrapnel. So whatever, what it is.
Oh man,
So
this is
Don't make yourself the victim of this. You made this about you. This ain't about you. This was about me and my struggle that I was trying to leave off of it, but you pointed it out. You pointed this out. I was literally gonna come off mute and go on with the rest of whatever the fuck we was about to talk about because I didn't read the agenda like I never do. I'm sorry, I don't prepare.
this is not even on the agenda.
I know.
we were-
Once
we
again,
were
I don't know what was on the agenda because I didn't read it.
No, but basically what was happening is we were talking about moms and talking to parents and stuff like that. And it was by the time you got off, hey, let's ask Mo B about, when his mom called him at 3:37 in the PM. What do you look at your phone like? And it's like, I don't like looking, whatever. That's kind of what happened. That's what we were talking about. And then, you went into your soliloquy about how your mom thinks life is over because somebody working in the house. She needs your help to fix it from 5 hours away. But it was
That's
funny.
hilarious. That was hilarious. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so funny.
Hey man,
I'm glad that everything is okay with your family because you looked upset.
No, like I said, and I'm glad I got to clarify that because I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm just, I just knew what was coming. And there was nothing I could do to get out the way of it. It's like basically I knew the bus was coming. Ain't no shit I could do to get out of the way. Like it was just like, and they say the drunk driver survives because he relaxes. So basically, I just was like, hey, I'm just gonna let this shit happen, and see what happens. See if I survive it.
The phone rang. It was a trap, but you had to walk right into that trap, and you didn't have a choice.
Well, first of all, anytime your parent calls you past working hours, it's generally a trap.
A trap.
It's generally a trap. Because no, I'm just saying, like, late at night when your parent calls you and you're an adult, you either got something either went wrong, you need to do something, or whatever this phone call is going to happen is going to basically result in you not getting any sleep. That's usually what like when it's past a certain hour, my phone rings, I basically in my head just say, well, I didn't need sleep tonight. It's cool. Like I'm good.
I didn't need sleep tonight.
Country Boy 1644. My mom called. I start heading for my shoes.
Yeah, that's real, man. Like, if my mom calls me past 10 o'clock, I just assume I got to go somewhere. Like sometimes before my wife,
you live 2 hours away from your mom, man.
Once again, I just assume I got to go somewhere. But my mom has never let anything like distance, get in the way of asking me to do something.
He ain't wrong.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should just keep talking about this and then like in about 10 minutes just say what's on your mind.
I mean, I got some plans, but we got to figure out. And part of the intro, normally we got.
Oh, yeah, we still on the intro?
Yes.
Damn, this the intro?
Because before you got on, we were talking about what did we start talking about? We started talking about parents and
asked how your day was, and then we talked about something. I don't know. We just talked about stuff, and then you came up, and then you went off, and then it was just hilarious. The whole thing. It's spun out of control.
Stroke of genius. Stroke of genius.
But we need to update, man. Did they win?
I mean, yeah, they won.
Okay.
Now is this in the playoffs yet?
Yeah. We in the Super Bowl now.
Okay, so when is this going to happen? Next weekend?
Next Saturday.
Okay.
What was the score?
What was the score?
That bad?
No, I just don't remember what the score was. Like,
must have been bad if you can't remember.
No, it wasn't bad. It went to overtime. It went to double overtime. I just don't remember.
Oh, really?
The score was. Yeah.
I thought it was a mask.
18-12.
Thank you, person that pays attention. Because all I was doing was coaching.
I'm
just saying, all I was doing was coaching. So
wait a minute, weren't you there?
Once again, all I was doing was, hey man, we won. That's look.
Was it a tough team? 18-12.
Look, man,
That's not.
We beat them before. Look, they was a tough team. Matter of fact, I want to say they win last year. I think they won the championship last year. We beat them early this year. Man, the problem was the field was trash, man, because it poured down raining.
Okay.
All morning, and the field was trash.
So people sliding all over the place.
Yeah, but it worked in their favor because they got a little bowling ball running back who just runs straight up field. And I mean, like they were up 6-0 on us until 3 minutes to go in the game. And then defense turned it on. Defense turned it on. Offense scored. We went down the field with 3 minutes. Scored. We should have converted on a 2-point conversion, but our quarterback moves in slow motion. No, man, we had a broken play, man, and the broken play looked like we called the play because the quarterback called the wrong play. So half the people did one thing, and next thing you know, he's rolling to the left, and there's nobody in front of him but grass and opportunity. And
Opportunity.
yeah, but apparently everybody else got moved into fast forward, and he was still in slow mo. Because for some reason that was the longest 2 yards that he just couldn't get to. So then it went to overtime, and
Dang, y'all went to overtime?
yeah, so we went
Yeah,
to
he said
overtime.
double overtime.
So
He
we
said it.
scored. So we got the ball first. We scored, and then we didn't get our 2-point conversion, and then they scored on the first play in overtime, and then we stopped them from getting their 2-point conversion. So we went to another overtime. We scored, didn't get the 2-point conversion, and then 3 plays they got to like the 2-yard line. And I want to say their coach got cute, but really it wasn't that he got cute. I think they just realized they couldn't run the ball no more. And the quarterback rolled out. Our defensive end came screaming off and completely missed the tackle. And the quarterback, was scrambling and he was not looking too swift. But then he got chased down by the biggest person on our team. Cadence got the sack.
Nice.
Wow.
She closes out with a sack.
Yeah, and then she had the audacity because she watched the game because they filmed it on YouTube. She watched the game and she was like, I look slow on film, and I'm like, nah, that's not just on film.
Wow, that's cool.
No, but I'm like, hey, look, you're not
Hey
the
man,
slowest.
you gotta keep
I'm
it
like,
grounded.
No,
man.
but I told her, I'm like, you're not the slowest person in the world, but I mean, don't have any illusion of being fast. You're not built for speed. You're not. And she was like, and then she had the audacity to say, I must have got that from you. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
You got that non-athletic capability from your mama. because no matter how big I've ever been, no one ever called me slow.
Oh, man.
By the way, did she walk off? Did she walk off the field with her arm down like it was separated?
Always. That's just what she does.
Did
That's just what she does.
Did they jump on her in celebration?
I mean, no. See, I set it out of order. They got the ball first in double overtime, so she got the sack, and then we got the ball back, and then we scored. So we had a walk-off touchdown to score.
And they were all happy and stuff.
Yeah. So then they lost their goddamn minds.
Act like you've been here before, but we haven't.
Throwing their helmets, celebrating, waving to the other team.
Bye.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
See,
What's wrong with that, man? I mean,
no, nothing is wrong with that. See, first of all, look, I'm gonna start early to what's on your mind. So let me tell you what's on my mind.
He's just taking over the show.
No, I'm just saying. Let me tell you what's on my mind, man. Like, rec coaches are literally some of the saddest human beings on earth. And I say that as somebody who's a rec coach, man. And let me explain where I'm coming from. Like, now, I have never been a shit talker. I got plenty of receipts that I show you that I'm just not a shit talker. At least I'm not a aggressive shit talker. I'm a damn good counter puncher. Like if you gonna start talking shit, like I can go with it. So at the beginning of the game, they collect all the coaches at the 50-yard line. I guess because they gotta tell us to not act like fucking idiots in front of these kids for the playoff game. I mean, because that's really what it's about. And then they got to tell us, hey, make sure your parents ain't acting like fucking idiots. And it's like, cool. So we get there, and all the coaches on the other team, they got their little arrogant look on because, they won the championship. And the shortest, most unathletic, probably least accomplished human being on their coaching staff.
Oh, my God.
Literally puts his hand up to show us his championship ring
No.
from last year. And he
He
goes,
did not.
yeah. And he goes, that's what we playing for. And I looked at the other coach and I started laughing. And the other coach was like, hey, what you laughing at? And I was like, well, nigga, unless you brought that team, like that ring don't mean shit. Like, unless you brought that team with you today, that ring don't mean nothing.
Hey, Ruben, I'd have paid money to hear that.
No, I didn't say it loud enough for the other coaches, but like all our coaches was like, why are you laughing? I'm just like, unless that nigga brought the team from last year, that shit don't mean
God.
nothing.
Oh, my God. That would have been hilarious to see the.
Ooh, oh man, I would have been weak.
And then in the handshake line, he was like, "Yeah, now y'all go get you one." Like, nah, nigga, you carry your ass home. Like, don't carry your ass home and lick your wounds and go put that ring back in the trophy case next to all the other shit you've never accomplished.
Wow, that's harsh. Man.
I'm just saying,
that's
man.
Harsh, man.
Yo, if you're and I'm not trying to sell rec coaches, like, because if we win our championship and they all give us a ring, like that ring will mean a lot to me, but I'm not gonna be wearing it, flashing it as if I accomplished something. Like, I'm a defer coach. Like, when we do well, I don't be like, hey, yeah, I coached my ass off. I'm like, no, we got talent, and that shit make it a lot easier when you got talent. Because, I mean, Phil Jackson got a lot of rings, but, I mean, that nigga won't hit no jumpers in the finals. All that nigga was doing was walking funny and saying triangle. Scotty! Scotty! I'm just saying, like...
walking funny and saying triangle.
That's all he did. Scotty! Scotty! It's like...
You have just minimized that man's accomplishments. Like, oh, come on, man.
I'm not. I'm saying Phil Jackson is a great coach, but what I'm saying as a coach, I've never had this delusion that if we win, it's because I'm such a great coach. It's like, no, if we win, it's because I had some fucking good talent and I didn't get in the way. Because what bad coaching can do is fuck it up. All the good coaches doing is getting out of the way of talent, letting them be talented.
So what you should have said is when we said, hey, go get you one of these. I was like, yeah, we are, because you won't be.
No, I don't do that because I'm not.
I know you did, but
I'm just like, whatever. Like, I just thought it was really humorous that this dude who didn't look like he had a real role on the coaching staff anyway.
He did have his rec league championship ring.
I mean, literally, he was like the radio of their coaching staff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was almost a mascot. Like, I don't know what he was coaching.
Almost a mascot?
Like, I think he was coaching. I think he was coaching feelings or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't coaching offense, defense, or special teams. I think he was coaching moral support. Maybe he was the get back coach. I don't know. Wow. Everybody needs a get back coach. Okay. But I mean, yeah, man. So like, rec coaches are like some of the worst human beings. Like, and you know, I'm even because I've said that about our own coaches. You know, y'all niggas is petty. Y'all niggas is petty.
I've been a rec league coach. Yeah, we petty as shit. Because I mean, you don't have a choice. It's like if you're a rec league coach, there is some sort of petty in you, not because of the kids. It's never about the pettiness doesn't come from the kids. The pettiness comes from the other damn sorry ass coaches.
Yeah, because, I mean, but like you know, I don't want to keep talking about these coaches because what I do want to talk about, what's on my mind, is like, yo, man, we got like such an awesome group of kids that I'm lucky enough to be out there coaching. Like, because you know, being down 6-0 to a team that you've already beat, that won a championship game, and everything was going wrong for us most of the game, and our kids came back and won. So I was happy that they celebrated the way they did, because I'm like, hey man, it meant a lot to them. And like, we ain't got no quitters on our team, man. Like, and you know, in an era full of, excuse me, parents, but in an era full of bitches, because a lot of these kids are bitches, and a lot of parents are raising bitches. Like, it's cool to have a group of tough, and I mean, when I say tough, because that's relative, because I think we got some soft ass kids too, but I mean mental toughness. Like, we don't have a lot of quitters, man. It's like, it's really cool to see a group of young men and women like ride with each other, and you know, so it's been fun coaching them. I never thought I would enjoy coaching rec, but I do. Part of the reason is because selfishly I get to, you know, watch my daughter do like things that amaze other people and don't surprise me at all. But you know, it's been really cool, man. But yeah, rec coaches, man, do better, man. Like, if you out here vicariously living through your rec kids, man, just stop it, man. Go join an intramural league at the YMCA and just like pretend to accomplish something great on your own.
That's funny.
I'm just saying I did all the athletic accomplishment I'm ever gonna do, man, and I know that.
Oh,
I
man.
know that. I'm aware of that. Like even when I talk to Cadence, because she's like, "You think I'll be as good as you? Hopefully, you're better than me. I didn't do that much. Like keep, don't aim for me."
Oh my God, he showed you his championship ring.
Yo, and
Like,
like he
that was the
did it
greatest thing
when
ever.
he was doing it at first. I was like, I'm thinking, does this little guy have a problem? Like, is something wrong with his wrist? Like,
Does this little guy have a problem?
yeah, honestly, man, I'm not even trying to joke. I was thinking, oh man, like one of the coaches is special needs, like he's just out there helping. And then he was like, yeah, this what we playing for. This what we playing. This what we do over here. And I was like, and I just started laughing. Like it was an uncontrollable
Right in front of his
laugh
face.
in front of everybody. I don't think nobody knew what I was laughing at. We walked away, and the coach looked at me, and I'm like, did that nigga think he was bringing the team from last year? Because unless he brought them niggas, like that ring don't mean shit today.
Wow.
I mean, look, if the Dallas Cowboys bring out their 1994 Super Bowl ring before a game, like I don't think none of these 2022 players gonna be impressed. They're gonna be, that's cute, but I mean,
That's
Emmitt Smith,
cute.
Emmitt Smith, old ass ain't about to come out here and run for 100.
That is so wrong.
So true though.
It really
So
is.
true.
I could not agree more.
Well, before we skip through the whole thing, well, first of all, good luck in the championship game.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yeah, because the team we're gonna play is actually good. It's a 2 undefeated team, so it's gonna be fun.
so we fire.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Hopefully, they give the weather will give y'all a better feel.
Yeah, man, because like I don't that weather. Because honestly, man, I feel like if we play that team on a dry surface, man, we put up like 30 something points on them, and they probably don't score.
Awesome. So go back to, hey, Black Morticia Adams called you Coach Prime. We'll talk about that a little later.
Man, please don't do that to me, Black Morticia Adams. Like that guy is on my fuck him list for 2022.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. Larry McPhail, he's an Eagles fan, and he called Commanders trash, yet the Commanders beat the Eagles. I don't understand how that works. I guess W. Brown was calling you BS for something.
Because I said Cadence got the slow genes from her, but like
I thought that's what that was about.
we know the athlete. I'm just saying, like, when Cadence goes to her choir performance this week and she sings great, ain't nobody gonna be like, oh, she got that from you. Well, I'm gonna be like, you're right, that's from her mom. So like when we talk about athleticism, like we know where that's coming from. Like instead of saying BS, babe, how about you just be like, hey, we gave our kids a great assortment of balanced genes. Like you non-athletic, artistic person, you
Wow.
me athletic, non-artistic, logical, everything. Like they got balance. Like we got balance. Like balance is good.
I guess Black Morticia Adams is gonna use some of that life lessons that you gave out. And hey, Dre from VA, don't be telling me what we need to be doing. It's our goddamn show.
Damn, this the intro.
He ain't wrong. I mean, a 58-minute intro. I mean,
That's right. It's awesome. It's awesome. Hey man.
Hey, you should just name this show intro. This show should just be intro.
But other than intro, we do have some things that we should probably talk about very quickly because I kind of want your opinions on it.
Okay.
In the real talk section. So first of all, what the fuck are they? And I said that on purpose. The fuck are they doing in North Carolina, man? So apparently, 40,000 customers lost power because some people went up and shot up 2 power substations in North Carolina.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. They were damaged due to gunfire. So
And 40,000 customers lost power.
They haven't had power since Saturday night.
Hey man, it's important to protect their Second Amendment right to bear arms, though.
Hey, don't mess with that.
That's more important than niggas having electricity.
I mean, but
Is he wrong?
no, I don't know about that, man. I kind of like my electricity. But here's the thing, right? People that's what we're doing now. We ain't got shit else to do but to go shoot up some sub power stations. Some those power stations with the fence around it and nobody there.
Mhm.
They just went and shot 2 of them up for no reason.
Well, as long as they have the right to do so, that's all that really matters here.
I hope they find, draw, and quarter them. And then they said they might not get power back till Thursday. So I mean,
Wow, that's like 5 days from now.
yeah.
So you've been without power for 10 days, possibly?
No, last
Behind some
Saturday.
foolishness?
No, like Saturday, like last.
Oh, so
yeah.
like yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. Wow, that's still 6 days.
more than 37,000 customers were without power across the county Sunday evening. And about 38,000 customers had lost power in Moore County and Hope County. I mean,
Hey man, as long as they did what they wanted to do. That's
so
what it's
people
all
had to
about.
go to a shelter at the damn high school, the
Doesn't
sports
matter.
complex.
I get
That's
to do what I
trifling.
want to do. I get to do what I want to do.
But the problem for those people is the FBI has now joined the investigation.
Oh, really?
Oh shit!
They call in the feds?
Yo, the
Woo-hoo-hoo.
feds don't lose.
Not really.
I mean, you right about that, because even if they ain't got the right person, they gonna get somebody.
They go
Yeah,
get
that's right.
somebody.
They are undefeated, whether they won against the right person or not. What they say in National Treasure, somebody got to go to jail. Somebody's got to go to prison.
Somebody gotta go to jail.
So
if the feds come, somebody going to jail. We don't know who. It might not be the guilty party, but trust me, somebody gonna be guilty today.
So they're saying one lead that they haven't really been able to track down is they're saying that there are rumors circulating on social media that the attack was an attempt to thwart a local drag show.
Really?
You shoot a power stations?
Come on, man.
Because
you don't want some people dressing in drag.
Yeah.
Is that even bothering you?
I mean, my thing is like, dog, bullets cost money, man. You spent money on that? I'm just saying, like, you spent money because some dude gonna have a dress on?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, yo, spend your money better, man. How about you just give me that money and I go try to get that drag show put somewhere else? We'll just finance to have that drag show somewhere else instead of you shooting shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The FBI is involved. So, like y'all said, somebody about to get got. I hope, because of all those bullets they pulled out of that shit, somebody gonna have a fingerprint on that shit, or it's gonna be a partial, and they're gonna get it 48%, and that's gonna lead them to some other shit.
You mean they left the shells there?
They left the bullets. They didn't
I'm
go
pretty
and pick
sure
the
that
bullets out.
if they shot that shit up, they didn't go collecting shells.
Nah.
Yeah.
These already ain't the brightest people.
Exactly. What was I thinking? Picking up shells and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry about that, y'all. My bad.
Sorry about that. It's all good. So, and the other thing I want to talk about, have y'all heard about the girl from North Carolina who went to Mexico with her friends and they beat her ass, killed her, left her in Mexico, told her parents that she died from alcohol poisoning. But then when the autopsy got her, she died from a broken neck.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, because what happened is the video of the girl.
Oh yeah, they also videotaped
in the fight. Yeah, the video of the girl being beat like surfaced.
Wait a minute. What was the victim's name?
Man, don't.
Looks like Shaquille, right?
Shanquella Robinson.
Now I understand it because it's been on like Facebook and
Yeah.
everywhere, and I didn't understand what
So
was
yeah,
going
they
on
told
with
the
the
parents
article.
that she died of
alcohol
poisoning. Then the autopsy came and she had a broken neck, and then a video surfaced of her being assaulted by some other girl.
Wow.
It was 7 of them. There were 6 women and 5 women and 2 dudes. And they went to Mexico on vacation. Nobody really knows why they did it. They all went to college together at Winston-Salem State.
But when you say they did it on the video, wasn't it just a chick? One chick assaulting her?
No.
I didn't watch the video because I didn't want
I didn't
to.
watch the video either, but apparently it was more than one person, but there was only one person you could see. because somebody obviously was holding videotape, video camera. But they all went down there as a group, and so they all had the same story, and they came back to North Carolina, and they told because they called her mom while they were in Mexico, and they were just like, yeah, she died of alcohol poisoning, whatever. We get somebody attended to her. Then they called her back, said she died, and whatever. But apparently during that time, they left her where the hell she was, and they went out clubbing. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, but apparently, so one angle is they all got the PPP money, when stuff went down, and they created businesses. Well, her two businesses flourished. The rest of them failed. So that's one theory, and they were jealous. So that's one theory of why they did it, because Lord knows you can't see somebody else win that you friends with, because that don't happen. And stuff like that, even though she paid for most of the damn trip. Like you killed the person who was paying for shit. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how that works.
Well, you just said it. You do understand.
Yeah. Well, but that's the theory right now. That's one of the theories that's out there. But yeah, man, that's some bullshit. But apparently Mexico is considered femicide, because you just can't be killing women in Mexico. That's against the law.
So are they going to call them back to Mexico?
They've already asked.
Yeah,
one,
they're trying
one.
to.
They caught one, and they're trying to extradite them back to Mexico. Bro,
okay, so they're treating this like a murder on our
because
land.
it was in Mexico.
Right. I'm just saying they're not gonna just let this go, right?
I don't think they can. I don't think it's a want to let go. I don't think they can let it go.
Just like we said, somebody need to go to jail.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing, real talk. If they got one, yeah, man, I don't mean no harm, but that one's talking, because she's trying to get. I mean, there's a deal to be had anytime. She might not spend forever in Mexican jail.
See, but you also got to realize, like, other countries don't treat this whole negotiating thing for terms the way we do.
That's true.
So she ain't over there. Now, she ain't over there talking for a deal. She talking for life.
Yeah.
Because like one way or another, she ain't ever coming back if they get it for this. Like, it's over with.
And so apparently once they came back to North Carolina, and after literally they were talking to the parents and whatnot, explaining the story or whatnot. But once they got the autopsy, they all scattered.
Wow.
So, yeah, because I guess they thought they could kill her in Mexico and get away with it.
That's done already.
I mean, but when you do things like videotape the beatdown, it kind of goes against the whole evidence thing.
Kind of like not picking up gun shells when you
try
to blow up a power station. Just saying.
Come on, boys, let's shoot this up. If they ain't got no power, they can't have it there. What about the other 38,000 people?
Look, man, the whole story is disgusting. And honestly, man, if it went down the way everything is leaning towards, that they just, maliciously assaulted this chick and killed her, I hope the motherfuckers never get out.
They got to go.
They do.
Got to go.
And had nerve to do it in a foreign country. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because we had an hour-long intro, AG, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is sometimes, and I've heard this argument before, and I understand it going both ways, as far as can you separate the art from the artist or the athletic endeavor from the athlete? And to me, I feel like it just depends on how bad you're pissed off about whatever. And so I ain't gonna be judging nobody on you listen to Michael Jackson, because that same person is probably mad at me for listening to Michael Jackson, is probably listening to R. Kelly. And so I'm like, okay, I get it. So I'm sitting here because the only reason this is coming up for me is because my wife and I were talking about Bing Crosby. We do every year, because one of the most popular Christmas movies that comes on each year is White Christmas. Bing Crosby is the worst dude ever. And it's
He ain't
like,
lying. He ain't lying.
I mean, that's
and
why I
it's
laugh.
like this dude he had a persona of this really nice guy, whatever it was, you know, and come to find out, and I'm sure everybody knows the stories. This dude he beat these kids like, I mean, the dude was abusive. Let's just say that. More than abusive.
That's mildly speaking.
Exactly. I just had to find a word because the stuff that he did was crazy. But we still, you know, my wife and I still watch White Christmas every year. In fact, we'll probably watch it, you know, next couple of days while I'm off. So I'm like, do I really want to get up in arms because somebody isn't caping for my particular cause? Probably not. You just need to understand that when you look at somebody and you start judging, you probably aren't that much better. So, you know, check yourself. That's what's on my mind.
That's just like separating, you know, the college dropout from Kanye West.
I understand that, but a lot of people can really get upset. If you're listening to Michael Jackson, there are a lot of people that will give you the side eye at least.
Really?
But the bottom line is Off the Wall was one of the greatest records ever. And just
Not
because
one
that
of the
dude was a Chester doesn't mean that the record was bad. It just means that he's a Chester.
Hey, what was better, Off the Wall or Thriller?
I gotta go. I mean, as much as I like Thriller, Off the Wall is awesome, man.
Thank
I mean,
you, because I feel like that too.
agree.
Like I feel like there are people who think that Thriller is the best album, and then there are people who know the right answer, which is Off the Wall
he
is.
said the right answer.
Yeah, I'm a big Off the Wall fan.
I mean,
Thriller has
there's-
more bigger hits.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Off the Wall as
Thriller
a
got the
whole is
music
great.
videos and all that, but
Yeah.
like, hey, Off the Wall got jams.
because I feel like if Off the Wall came out after Thriller, there would be no question Michael Jackson is just like, I mean, the conversation is just over. But it didn't work out that way. And I just feel like Thriller came at the right time in history and music history. And like Moby said, it had resources that, you know, Off the Wall just didn't have. But when I listen to Off the, like when they have like a cut on Spotify, on Apple Music or whatever, and you just have a cut, I'm like, ooh,
Off the Wall,
yeah,
got
Off the
them
Wall, off the
jams, man.
chain, man. Real.
Off the
No.
Wall makes you dance, man. That's what it was about. It was dancing, especially when it came out. It was dance music. Get you in the club. Do
So-
do 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 do. I mean, the production was not horrible back then either for that album. So
It
awesome. Cool. Are you good, Moby?
Yeah, man, I done took enough time, man. So
wasn't.
I done took enough time, man. Like,
Unless you bring in the team you had last year.
Man, you got a hard choice there.
Oh
AD.
man.
You got some hard choices.
I'm still at the part where we're taking the shit. That's just awesome, bro. I mean,
What's going on, Dale Sturford? Appreciate you reaching out.
What's up,
Hope you
Dale?
enjoyed the show. What's on my mind, man? Look, I'm glad somebody tells me, you know what, Ruben? Why don't you go ahead and take next week off? You should. You should get it done. You got it. Use it. You know, whatever. Now, for the most part, at least for right now, as far as I can tell, my mental health is great. But everybody's mental health ain't great. You know? It's hard for me to say take care of your mental health because I feel like that's just like saying, hey, if you gotta urinate, go to use the bathroom. I mean, I feel like that's something you should be doing anyway. But I guess for some people you need to say it. Hey, take care of your mental health. I mean, I feel like an idiot by saying it. But it's like, yo, man, sometimes you need to detach from what you do all the time, and that's called work. Take some time off every now and then. It's okay. Trust me. Back in the day when I was much younger, I was what they would call a workaholic. I work all the damn time. Why? Because at that point in time, that was my identity. I worked and I worked and I worked. Now that I'm almost 50, I work just not as hard. But you know what? There's times where you need to detach yourself. Hey, do that. I mean, like, the Walmart thing in Chesapeake was very upsetting. I mean, the dude decided one day, yo, man, these 5 people get on my damn nerves. I'm done. I'm going to just go to work and take them out because I can't think of another way to deal with the problem. What? There are many ways to deal with the problem. But for whatever reason, maybe he was working too hard. Maybe he have friends, or maybe he listened to a great internet talk show. I don't know. But yo, man, you just need to take care of yourself. If you come to a situation and the first thing you think about is doing some hurt to somebody else, that's when you need to hit the brakes and like go and just like chill out because that's a little too far. I mean, I just felt that's it's wild, and a lot of this stuff happened, like the people shooting up the power. Who knocks out power for 38,000 people? Yeah, I don't want the drag show there, so I'm gonna shoot up the power boxes. The fuck? Like, how about you just protest like everybody else? I mean, Lord knows. Hey, my friend is doing better than me. I don't like her. Let's take her to Mexico and kill her. That's the great plan. You can't just not be friends with her no more. I mean, you jealous? I mean, what the hell? Yeah, man. I'm just saying, we just gotta. There's got to be other options in violence. There just has to be. When you get mad at something, like the other day, like for instance, the other day, I'm playing Madden, and I literally lost a game because somebody called defensive pass interference on a Hail Mary. What? No time on the clock? Are you shitting me? Like, that shit don't happen in real life. I see why people punch their TVs and throw shit at their TVs because I thought about it. But you know what? I didn't, because that shit costs too much damn money for me to go and replace that TV.
Did you rage?
Huh? Did I what? I can't hear you. You're not. Your volume's not working. I can't hear you. No. It must have been a very smart comment. All right.
You knew that was coming.
You're on mute now. What's up?
Yo, I was changing my headphones. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Did I do what?
I was like, did you rage quit and exit the league?
Did you rage quit?
I'm just saying, in our Madden league, the last 2 fucking weeks, I've made people rage quit and they've exited the league. That's a bitch shit, man. Take your L like a man.
Take your L like a man. That's another intro idea.
Take your L like a man. Like, why can't niggas deal with losing, man? It's Madden, bro.
I mean, I rage quit.
If I lose, I say good game and keep it moving.
But I lost on some bullshit. So trust me, I thought about it. Then I realized, what? This TV costs like $1,000, and I would have to replace this shit. I could spend $1,000 doing something else. I'm good. But I've known people who got mad at shit and like destroyed their TV, and I'm just like, I mean, it'd be one thing if it was like a 27-inch TV and you want a new one anyway because the shit was like 25 years old. Nah, bruh. 65-inch TV on the wall? That I'm not destroying that. That shit costs too much money. And a Samsung too. Stop it. That's like one of those things you pay for that you keep till that bitch stops working. But beside the point, yo, man, violence can't be the way. We got to find another way to deal with shit. Because all this violence going to do is make you do some dumb shit, and then you're going to be a punk ass bitch and take care of yourself. Really? You could have just did that. You ain't had to take out everybody else. That's all I'm saying. So, look, take care of your mental health. If you got to call out sick for work one day, just fucking call out sick. Whatever you got to do, just don't be a dumbass. That's all I'm saying. Get some help if you need it to. Because sometimes people do need help. And you need to just lay down and pay somebody to listen to you whine and bitch and complain. Or you can just start a podcast and people can listen to it for free. 156 episodes in, people still listen for some reason. So, but next week, ladies and gentlemen, it is Festivus for the best of us. Next week, we are bringing back Festivus, And yes,
Why are you so damn excited about Festivus, man?
you know, here's the thing. I'm not excited about the Festivus because I think the
Hey,
Festivus is
what started Festivus?
Seinfeld.
Or Seinfeld.
So
Yeah.
that was really created on Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
literally.
so that's why like I didn't hear about that until way late because I wasn't on white pop culture affairs.
And I mean, I heard it from my Caucasian friends, so it's not like I watched Seinfeld.
No, I literally went and watched the episode about it the last time we did it because I was like, yeah, I've heard of the episode, but I hadn't watched. And I gotta admit, that was actually a funny ass episode. Like, and I'm not one of the people that think Seinfeld is all that funny. I don't think the show's that funny a lot of times, but that show, yeah, I get it to him. That one was fun.
Yeah. So
Festivus for the rest of us.
that's right. Exactly. So next week, but for our Festivus for the best of us, because we are the best. And we will be airing our 5 grievances apiece. Like, this is a staple. I think we skipped last year because nobody wanted to do it and I didn't push it. But damn it, we're doing it next week. We're gonna sit here and talk and eat in front of
Just
you.
like the last My 5 that took 3 weeks for us to get to. so the Festivus for the rest of us will happen probably during Black History Month at our pace.
Grievous number 6. Don't be bringing up old shit. That's a special one. But no, so next week, a special episode of the show, Festivus for the rest of us. We will air our 5 grievances of the year. And please bring your 5 grievances as well. So that will be fun. Also, during festivals, we do eat dinner while we're actually doing the show. So I'm excited to see what people are going to have, what they're going to cook, or what they're going to bring back from their family get together. So that'll be fun. Also, just to make everybody aware, we have next week and we have the 18th, and then the 18th will be the last episode of 2022. However, we're not going to leave you stranded. We got stuff for you for the rest of the year, and then we'll be back on the 8th of January because, hey, we're not doing a show on Christmas because you're not going to watch, and we're not going to do a show on New Year's because you'll be too hungover. So we're just going to do it like that. So we got 2 more episodes for the new year, and then maybe next week or the week after. Well, definitely the week after. We'll let you know what we're going to have for the rest of the year for you to listen to on the podcast. But yeah, I'm excited. Festivus is always fun. At least the airing of grievances. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show today. Listen to the 1 hour intro. That's a new thing that we've done for the first time ever. I'd like to thank Moby and AG for breaking records and stuff like that on a regular basis with this
I'd like
show.
to thank my mom for helping give.
Yeah, she's really inspired.
Yeah, your mom.
She don't even know it.
We might just call it.
No, we not. we ain't no. We gonna just call it. Nah.
Hey man, I wasn't gonna say anything. But like thank everybody who's out there listening to us as well. Thank you for everybody chatting it up on the podcast board. We see you out there. What's your take on iced tea powder? I'm gonna pass that to AG. Iced tea powder, AG.
Get real tea, bro. Get real tea.
So if it ain't the tea bags, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Learn how to make sweet tea and keep it moving.
I mean, I get the Crystal Light powder iced tea, but that's just because it's sugar free. So
I get that, but taste and
I mean, but tea bags are sugar free.
Yeah, but it has no sweetness to
exactly.
it. Tea bags.
I mean, but then you add just sweetness to it.
That's what he's
Just
trying
sweet
to
and
do.
low and stuff.
Dang, bro! Like we an hour and a half, and you talking about teabagging? Come on, bro!
First of
Like,
all,
Wow.
I won't talk about tea
we
bags.
trying to get off the show, man. We trying to get out of here, man.
See, nobody brought up some tea bagging. AG, that was his fault. That was not me.
Man, I have nothing right now.
However, I did think about. I was trying to weave my way into saying it, but I'm glad you did. Once again, thank you to everybody listening to us live or in the pack or on the podcast when it comes out, usually on Thursday or Friday. Hey, next week, once again, Festivus for the best of us. Be here. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. And of course, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. That's right. I got it right. That's what she said. Jesus. Yeah, AG, this is all you, bro. All right. So, once again, thank you for listening. See you next week. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, and of course, deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Nugman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Nugman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of